Hey, CEOs. All right, this is our weekly coaching call. Now, I do have my couch, right? We're going to do our weekly couch coaching. I just have to arrange it so that in my videos, I'm sitting on the couch. To be honest, that's just a transparent moment. But I wanted to make sure that I still came in and dropped a little bit of nuggets based on everyday entrepreneurship, honestly. So one thing I was thinking about, I know a lot of times, especially in childcare, we're talking about enrollment, right? Enrollment is really what brings in our revenue and it keeps our businesses going. But I feel like we talk a little too much about enrollment, but follow me. This is why I'm saying that. Because maybe we need to talk a little more about retaining families. So it's one thing to get new families coming in, but if we sustain the people that we have, we shouldn't have spots anyway, if that makes sense, unless children are aging out. But one thing it reminded me of this past week. This past week, I saw a message from a family really thanking the teachers for exposing their child to new culture. So it is the season of Ramadan, the Islamic holiday, and we celebrate all cultural traditions, religions, holidays. We want to make sure that all of our children and staff and families really get to learn about different traditions and cultures because we live in a diverse world. My program is very diverse, and one of our core values is respecting the diversity of our program and life experiences. And that means that we have so many different age groups, we have so many different religions, so many different cultures and races that we want to make sure that everyone feels honored and seen. And so we share a lot about the different traditions throughout our program. And so Ramadan is occurring right now. And so our classrooms celebrate, they teach the traditions. We actually had family volunteers coming in to kind of share exactly what is happening during the month of Ramadan. And so the parent literally was saying, thank you for exposing my child because we don't celebrate that particular holiday, but I'm so excited about the fact that my child gets to learn and we get to learn. And that really was beautiful to see because it meant that something that we were really intentional about doing is working. So right after the pandemic, we knew that, there could be turnover of families and staff. So we wanted to be really focused in on those that we already have. It really wasn't about new enrollments or new hires. It was about how do we make sure that the mental health and the needs of those that we already have employed with us and the families that we had with us, that they had what they needed and that we served them well. And so those were literally a part of our annual goals. And so the fact that we're still seeing the residue of that or the results of the work that we had put in, I really smiled. I smiled and said, you know what, this is what it's all about. And so I wanted to share with you, just make sure that you're really intentional about, onboarding new staff and bringing in new families, but also really making sure that you are serving those that you already have with you well, making sure that they feel like they are learning along the way. Yes, we educate the children, we nurture the children, but it's truly a holistic approach, right? Like in order for us to really allow our children to see the impact of what we're doing is deeper than, okay, we teach the children between the hours of 8 a.m. and 3 p.m., send them home, our work is done. It really, really is so much more impactful when we also support, teach, educate, partner with, collaborate, and grow with the families as well, because once they are more empowered and they are really able to have a say in what is happening in our programs, share even their resources, right? We're not the only ones teaching, we can learn as well. And so the more that we do that, then the better off the families are, and it trickles down to the child. And so I just wanted to encourage you to look at your everyday approach to retaining families. What are you doing every day? How are you communicating? What kind of events are happening? And when I say events, that's not always something big, right? It doesn't always have to be, okay, we're having, right, an annual prom, right? Our families love we call it a legacy event, but they really love that. However, events can be, we have monthly family engagement meetings, and we have a great turnout for those as well. And the purpose is for us to highlight particular things that are happening, share with families, and just basically continue the back and forth communication and make sure that they are equipped with information that will support them, their children, and their families. So just take an audit, an internal audit of how am I retaining the families that we already have? What is it that we're doing each and every day, each and every month, each and every quarter, each and every year, that they can count on us to do this thing? And it's something special, something that stands out, that keeps them staying with our program, but also referring other families. That is how we grow our business, and we continue to be sustainable and growing. All right. So let me know in the comments what stood out for you. What is it that you're doing to retain your families? Because you may have something that will help me, that will help other childcare business owners or entrepreneurs, because we're all in this together. Thank you for joining me this week, and I'll see you next time.